Okay, y'all, just jumped on here because I need to do two videos, but I'm not sure if this video is going to stay up. I'm hoping if you get it, please share it quickly so that the video can, other people can hear this information. Okay, this is in reference to what's going on in Congress and the CR, right? First and foremost, if the government is shut down, it is, and you can go back to what the person in charge stated a while back. If the government is shut down, the person that is causing that shutdown and who is responsible is the person in charge. Now, currently, the Republicans have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They literally, in the House, make the rules, and then they send them to the Senate. The Senate can say yes or no, and if they don't like what they're sending, they send it back. Okay, they vote on it, and if it's not enough 60 votes, they send it back. And they're saying, hey, we don't agree with this, let's send it back. The reason they can't send that CR back is because when it was done in the House, and it was voted on, and literally it was laid on people's desks, like say at a nighttime. A lot of Republicans are coming out, a lot of Democrats are coming out now. This is not allegedly TikTok. This is literally, and YouTube, this is literally coming out saying that they didn't even read what was in that CR. So if you go and you get a chance to read it. Basically, in that CR, it has nothing to add to help with the subsidies to continue Obamacare, which some of you don't understand is the ACA. There's nothing in there to help with that. There's nothing in there to help with WIC, which is food stamps. No, WIC, which is milk and things like that for people who need help when they're having children, or food stamps, Medicare, Medicaid, nothing. All right, there's nothing in that CR for that. Anybody can go online and access, or even call their congressperson and say they want to know how to access the current CR that keeps getting voted down. And when you read it, you will understand why it keeps getting voted down and why the Democrats say no. The thing that the Democrats are doing right now is literally trying to save lives, okay? That is not allegedly. That is what they're doing. Currently, because the subsidies for Medicare, not for Medicare, for people who are on the ACA, on the actual network, like you had to go and sign up and stuff like that. Pretty soon, the reason why your premiums were so low, or decent, I ain't gonna say low for everybody because some of them were, there. But the reason why they were the way they were is because of those subsidies. The government was paying subsidies to these into the system so that your premiums would be low and they wouldn't be astronomically high. All right? Some of you, not thinking and being biased, voted against your own interests. So when you vote, you're voting to put people in power who are going to help your interests. Meaning if you need food stamps, if you need WIC, if you need Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, if you're in any of those programs, if you're homeless, if you're trying to fight in court landlord issues, you do not vote in people who are not going to fight for your interests. And when I say this to you, you can go back and look at bills that were placed on the floor under the when Democrats were in the House, had the House. You can look and see who voted against those things. You can see and that way you don't have to say, oh, well, no, the Democrats did this or the Republicans did. You can go back and actually see physical with your eyes, see it and see the vote tally. And then you can pull it up. You can actually Google in reference to those programs who voted. Just a while back, when it came for free and reduced meals for children in schools, this administration basically, and I'm from what I remember, allegedly, the state of Texas, the governor said no, that they would not pay for those kids to get free and reduced meals. For Texas, it was over the summer, for summer school. And for currently, it's this administration. Currently, right now, and it just makes me, I'm just so irritated. Literally, they're trying to say that, oh, it's the Democrats, they need to come back. First of all, the Democrats can come, they are already there. They can't come back where? They're at work. They are there at the House. The only people who are not at the House right now are Republicans. And that's because Speaker Mike Johnson told them not to come back. So until Speaker Mike Johnson, everybody needs to get that in their head. Speaker Mike Johnson, who is in charge of the House, calls the House back into session, that's when the House will come back. That's when the full House will come back into session. And that's when Miss Adelaide Warholder, that's a whole nother topic, should be sworn in when they come back in session. A date set, she's sworn in with her family and friends, or however she chooses to be sworn in. However, Speaker Mike Johnson has not called the House back into session. Republicans are at home. Democrats are in Washington, D.C., most of them. They have been working ever since the shutdown. Republicans have been sent home, and none of them, for the most part, based on what I am hearing, very few of them are there. So that is, if anybody is telling you, oh, we're waiting for Democrats to come, no. The other thing is, if you got to listen to what people say, their words, this administration has pretty much said they are not negotiating with Democrats. So then how can you turn around and say, oh, but we need Democrats to come back and negotiate. We need them they're refusing to negotiate. That is untrue. Okay? I'm over it. I'm so over it. If this video gets taken down, I do not care. But at least some of y'all will hear the words, and some of y'all who are not, and that are, I know I'm a little light, but you know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all with a lot of followers can put this up on your platform. I don't care if you use my words. I don't care. The problem is too much misinformation is being put out there, and it's going to hurt a lot of people. My concern is that it's about advocating for our less fortunate, advocating for people who don't have a lot. And it's like, if these subsidies go away, middle and lower income, their insurance premiums are going to skyrocket. Not just that, and that is not allegedly. That is what it is. You can look it up. Not just that. With TANF going away, people are used to having food stamps and gotten complacent with that. You're going to have to figure it out. I read on somebody else's platform, it wasn't even a platform, some man said to me, he was saying it to me, hey, how is it that all these people who can't stand undocumented immigrants complain about undocumented immigrants that come here to the United States, they paying billions into our system in taxes, they don't get medical coverage, but yet and still they find a way to feed their family, they find a way to live, and they don't get any government subsidies. None. But yet and still, the people who complain the most about illegal immigrants are people who come here like that are red state voters or MAGA. And you complain about these people, and then now it's like it's coming back around, because literally, if you look it up, you will see the true welfare queens and kings are in red states, are in lower Mississippi, Kentucky for real, Louisiana. You could even drive through those areas and see. Those areas who continuously vote for the same people just are poor. If it was not for Democratic donor states like California and New York, y'all would be poor. Because you give a little bit into the government. When they say taxation, you have taxation with representation, with excessive representation. But you do not put into the system the way that blue states do. And then you get back way more. And it's been like that for decades. So if for some reason blue states say, you know what, we're fed up and we're not going to help you no more, and you're not getting food stamps, WIC, and all these things because of this administration, you are going to suffer and you're going to struggle. And it will not be because of Democrats, Joe Biden, who ain't nowhere, he ain't nowhere in the system. Obama, who is not, President Obama ain't nowhere around. It will be because of you yourself. Because you could not see beyond your vitriol, your xenophobic, and your hatred for others, that you voted in a way that would impact you and your family. So right now, I'm going to pray for everybody. And I'm telling you, this situation is not on the Democrats. It's because Republicans refuse to come back to Congress, to be called. Mike Johnson hasn't called them back to Congress so they can open the House up and they can actually start doing some work. Until Mike Johnson does that, the House can't open up. Period. That's just how it is. So regardless of what anybody else tells you, Mike Johnson is the one that rules this route. But y'all have a great day.